Boom, jap, boom, boom, chat, boom, chat, boom, boom, chat, boom, chat, boom, boom, chat, boom, chat, boom, chat. Here we go again. It's Joe's Jive, and yes, we're back alive. It's time to be free, time to talk on a new episode with me. Here we go, an old friend, baby. The show never ends.
I'm lacking
Yes.
patience with this crayons. I'm
And it's
lacking patience in my urination. Trying to trickle out that I'm impatient at a local pharmacist station, Arctic station. I'm stationed in the Arctic, fighting Russian soldiers in the parkour.
yeah, parkour. And my friend, he's so cool. I can't wait for him to get to know you. He's a fool like me. That's what we do. You will see that we're brand new. We got some fun medicine for you. Joe's Java Jive, episode 22.
22, really?
Yo, I think so. This is so good to have you on here, Mac.
Good to
Maier.
be here, Joe. Joe Davis, Broseph Davis.
Bro, you are a brother from another mother. I'm so excited to finally be sitting down with you and talking with you about you, who you are, and all the amazing things that you've been up to over the years. Who are you? Who the heck am I talking to?
Well, you're talking to Maclain Maier, from New Jersey, comedian, writer, musician, performer, puppet theater man.
Yes.
all
Producer,
the-
man. You do so much. Honestly, there's nothing that you can't do. And it's incredible to have known you over the last couple of years here. I think we first met at a happenstancery open improv practice, right?
Yes. Yeah, I went with Dagan. Yes, I came with Dagan.
You met Dagan, who's been on the podcast, and I think you had met him previously, and he said, "Come and check this out."
And I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to go. It's going to be fucking weird. And it was, but it was fine.
It always is. And you were so much fun immediately, and you were there right towards the beginning, it felt like, and we had a really good run, and it was so exciting to see you branch off and create such new things like the work you've done with Siren Theater. Wow. Tell us a little bit about that, because you guys have done so many amazing productions here in the Hudson Valley. We'll get back to Happenstancery and all the fun we've had, but I want to talk about the Siren Theater right off the bat.
Yeah, Siren. Well, Caitlin Connolly, who came to Happenstancery Improv. Happenstancery is really the nexus where all this stuff comes from, but she asked me to be in a play, Venus and Fur, which is a steamy 2-person play. I hadn't really been in a play before, except for like Wizard of Oz, where I played Toto.
Oh,
Really? Jack and the Beanstalk. I was Jack. Okay, so I had some big roles back in elementary school. And so that was at Phoenicia Playhouse. And yeah, we did that, and that was amazing. And I really had to stretch myself to be like dramatic, because it was kind of a dramatic role.
like, yeah, it was. And you had to put a voice on, and I feel like you had the accent.
Yeah, it's a Russian thing. Yeah.
I saw it at the Phoenicia Playhouse, a classic theater who, folks, if you're looking for a place to support this holiday season or, this year, please give them a donation. Very cool spot. Yeah. You guys put on an incredible show with Caitlin, and Trisha was a big part of it, and Taylor Suppel, who we're hoping to have on the podcast as well. All these folks. You guys put together an incredible first production there with Venus and Fur. Steamy is the right word, but dramatic, hilarious, funny, and it felt like we were there on this thunderstorm night in the room with you guys. It was so cool.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, it was super fun to put on. Yeah. Trisha.
You did have a little set design for me.
Right. So let's not forget that. We had the lamp.
Yeah. And a little statue. Bust. It was so fun seeing you guys
And
take on those
you did
characters.
videos, right?
I
You take?
did take I took videos and the infamous photo we of
Oh
this
yeah.
incredible poster shoot that you guys just were so fun at. Yeah, through the leg, like the
Oh yeah,
graduate
that one.
shot.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was I was very excited
Hire
with that.
Joe for your photos. Hire Joe for photos.
Well, Siren, this was just the beginning because you guys went on to do so many cool projects after this. So Venus and Fur,
Yeah.
you loved that, and then how did it continue from there?
Caitlin is very ambitious, and she was like, "I want this to be a freaking theater company." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Start thinking." She was like, "Start thinking of stuff you want to do." And so we started writing this airplane play. Started writing this like an
Yeah.
original work because Venus and Furs by David Ives, the famous play. And so we did a little of that. We did like a stage reading of this airplane play where it takes place in this airplane and follows several characters and things go wrong on the
It's
plane.
very cool play, still in the works.
Still in the works, yes. And then we got hooked up with D&H Canal because museum, which is in High Falls and
New York.
New
Incredible.
York, and it's right on the canal that they used to transport coal from Pennsylvania all the way to the Hudson River to get the coal to the city folks back in the 1800s. And yeah, Caitlin knew the historian Bill Merchant, great guy, very passionate about history, and he dug up some spooky stories from the local spooky stories from like the haunted telegraph and the black cat, or the lady in white. It was another one about like a lady in white who was spotted walking along the canal.
Yeah, and you started not with only the scary stuff, right?
Right.
Or did you did
I kind of
another
forget the order.
historical?
What did we do? We did, well, yeah, we did the Raging Canal, which was
Yeah,
a love story, or we had a bunch of different storylines. We kind of had we've always been kind of ambitious with our staging for working with the museum, because it's a tiny museum, but it's the grounds are extend everywhere. So we were like, let's just do like Sleep No More, like walking people around and interacting with them. And so we had like two storylines, an A story and a B story, and the audience would follow one storyline and then they'd switch off halfway and see.
yeah.
So we did the show basically twice in one show. And
I was at that one. This was incredible. You guys really, it's like Pulp Fiction or something. Like you have the storylines running,
yeah,
and by the end of it, it all kind of comes together. But to be walked around with you guys and have this story unfold right there in front of your eyes in different settings, it's some of the most fun, immersive theater you're ever going to experience is something like this. You guys did a phenomenal job with that.
thank you. Yeah, it was so fun messing with people and drawing them into the fiction to make it real.
Yeah, you feel like you're there and transported in time, and the outfits and the way you all dress, you can tell you put a lot of time into these projects and making everybody on point, ready to go, and interacting with the audience. You make it really fun all the way from the top floor of the museum out through the trails. And this, I can't imagine how fun that was to translate it into the horror stories and the haunted stuff.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter.
Yeah, you went straight to that. There were some crazy things going in there, the
Yeah,
masks and creatures.
creature in the canal. Yeah, there was something in the canal. There was a baby, a premature or aborted babe fetus that had been possessed and turned into a
Whoa.
demon.
Oh my God.
So I hope your listeners are pro aborted pro demon fetus. Pro demon fetus.
You better be, because otherwise you'll get haunted.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting story. I'm all for the spiritual and stuff. We've gotten into a little bit of it in the podcast here. Do you believe in that kind of stuff? Hauntings, creatures?
I mean, I just don't have firsthand experience, unfortunately. But
No juicy ghost stories.
yeah, I don't have any myself. But do you? Do you have any firsthand stuff?
Little moments here and there, where you feel it in certain buildings. I've had some that I told on the podcast a couple episodes back, I think with Aaliyah, of like going into a haunted asylum when they were shooting this HBO show, and the fire alarm went off, and I was like communicating with beings in the old mental asylum. There was a lot of vibes there. You could tell.
Is that like near Wappinger Falls or something? Where is that?
Yeah, this one was somewhere way up on a misty mountain. I
Oh
can't even.
wow!
It was like wild, but
Jeez.
it's
What
for
show
that.
was that?
It was. I know this much is true, and I was like a stunt driver in it, and it was Mark Ruffalo. It's a great, great film. But if
Oh, where
you see
he's
it,
like schizophrenic or something?
yeah, he plays the schizophrenic brother, and he plays the other brother trying to help him and
Mm.
navigate that. But it's this world. I think of a lot of things. I feel like you can connect with spirits from the great beyond, and when you start telling stories like this, it's kind of you start tapping into it. Did you guys feel a little scared at times in the process, or?
Well, Bill has like cameras. Bill Merchant, the historian, he has like cameras up in the museum,
Yeah.
and I think he said something moved on the camera.
Wow.
Oh, a chair. Yeah, chair moved on the camera.
Ooh.
And I mean, if that place isn't haunted, I don't know what the place better be haunted. But nothing malicious.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not always a bad thing. And a lot of these places have amazing energy, especially in Rosendale area too, where you guys did something this summer, right?
Yes, the cement mines, the Widow Jane mines in in Rosendale. We did a show called Cement Town about the brothels that are rumored to have. Apparently, there's no like. Got to talk to Trisha, but she had a really tough time finding kind of primary source documents that said that brothels existed in Rosendale, but they definitely did, and it's about
Yeah.
the brothel workers and the cement miners and the Kuykendall family and how he's trying to buy out the other guy.
Yeah.
His name.
Mr. Widow Jane.
Yeah, Widow Jane. What was his name? I forget.
And you performed this in the mine and around the grounds up there at the Snyder House in Rosendale?
Same deal. Yeah, we did a kind of a walking thing. Two days only affair, and bring your chairs. And yeah, we followed multiple different. I was part of the miners. I was like kind of one of the Three Stooges. I was the dumb miner, which I love to play. That was more in my comfort zone than this dramatic bullshit.
Dramatic miner.
Dramatic miner, yeah. And yeah, then we walked the audience into the mine, which is always such a cool location. Very slippery in there. Got to be careful.
Be careful in there, folks, especially if you're going to go right after listening to this in the wintertime. Very slippery in there, but it's such a cool spot, and they do shows all year round. But I love that you guys are telling stories of the history and of this world, and that's such a cool thing to be a part of. And I'm sure there's more in the works in the coming years and things. You've done the haunted stuff 2 Halloweens in a row, so this is like a new part of your world.
3. Did we do it 2? I think this is
2 or 3 2 years in a row now.
This is our 3rd year. Yeah,
isn't that amazing? Year. Wow.
I don't think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do something different next Halloween. So
awesome. So
Yeah.
cool. And this is just one facet of who Mac is, guys. It's pretty amazing. So you also, tell us a little bit more about what your interest is in the improv world and your puppetry. Oh my gosh, you're a puppet master as well. Music man.
Exactly. I'm pretending you're on a delay, but you're not.
Yes, puppetry.
And that's right, Joe. No, my roommate is texting me. I got a mini chainsaw to go chop down a tree.
Yeah.
Mini, like this big.
That's interesting. Thought I heard something.
And they're worried about it making too much noise. And they're like,
Jeez,
anyway.
Mr. Big Shot read this podcast.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You're delaying the whole tree cutting now. No, don't worry about us.
No. That's not the issue. The issue is like they don't want to use the mini chainsaw, and it's kind of upsetting.
I've never heard of a mini chainsaw. That's a little.
I never seen one before, but yeah, it's like a handheld thing, and the blade is like this big.
Wow.
Anyway, okay, so back to puppetry. Yeah, so I took a puppetry class at art school. That was really fun, and I was with Theodora Skipateris was my instructor, and she's kind of a big deal in the puppetry world. Small world, but she's a big deal. And yeah, we would have to come in and like have like a puppet skit ready to perform every class.
Whoa.
And it was very informal, like you just take a piece of plastic and then have a little
that's your puppet.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like people were doing really cool stuff, like overhead projector, shadow puppet stuff.
What school was this?
Pratt Institute. Brooklyn. Yeah, that's where I went to art school for writing, which not many people go to art school for writing. But it was the only place that accepted me. I didn't get into Purchase College. I had another writing program, and Oberlin didn't get in there. They had another writing program. Got into Bard, but anyway.
You were meant to go to Pratt and study this little. Every class, you better bring something and have a little sketch prepared.
Yeah,
there's one right there.
They just made that, and so that was cool. And that I really wanted to get more into puppetry, but I didn't really do anything after that until I came up to the Hudson Valley and hooked up with the Arm of the Sea Theater, which is kind of like New York's bread and puppet theater.
Yes.
Which many of people will know. It's big, large scale puppets, often with a message, political message. The bread and puppet is all about, I don't really know totally what they're about, but they don't like big corporations and war.
Yes, and they got started up in Vermont. I recently learned that even the band Fish got started going to their festivals and stuff in the Vermont area.
Oh wow, that's sick.
Music, rock and roll, and puppet all meeting. That's pretty badass. So you guys in Arm of the Sea put on these shows all summer long, and all winter long. Are you guys got any, still active in all seasons, all 4 seasons?
Less so definitely in the winter. We do have like a suitcase show, which is like a 2-person show where they pack everything in a suitcase.
Oh.
And build the set out of there. And that's my friends Nick and Raquel, who are going to be did that show in the city recently. But we pick back up in the spring.
Oh, that's so nice. So you are the musical director? Are you over there?
Yep, that's my title. That is my title. And
that is so cool.
It's very apt. Okay. I'm the musical director.
Director. And what does that involve?
That means I am composing. I am scoring the performances. I am learning the music from past performances because they've been doing this for 40 years. So there's a lot of archival music and puppetry. They've got really really crazy puppetry. They didn't know what they were doing when they first started doing puppetry. They were like making the puppets.
And who is they? What is the founders' names?
Patrick Wadden and Marlena Morales, I think
Good
is her
job.
last name.
Morales, yeah.
Right, Marlena Morales. But she's not,
Morales.
I don't think she's Latino. She's definitely not Latino. Sounds Latino with that name. Anyway, but no, they are a couple, and
Very nice people. I think I met them once, and they just seem so sweet and kind. And wow, 40 years of puppetry. And in the summer, springtime where's like the home base where folks can go see you guys a lot and find more information too.
The Tidewater Center. So we have a headquarters right on the Esopus Creek, and it's this big tent. It's basically like a circus tent, but for puppetry. And it's a Tidewater Center in Socrates, New York. Come on down. We do it like every week. We have a show. I think we're going to experiment with like doing one Wednesday and then one Friday.
Nice.
But yeah, so we play these, shows are like an hour. They're about, our thing is like environmentalism. So they're about trees or soil, dirt. The Secret Life of Soil is one of my favorite ones. Riparian Rhapsodies about the edges along the streams.
Beautiful. Earthy,
and it's very funny, and there's a lot of humor, and there's potty humor, which we love. Cows pooping, giant puppets.
Oh, so fun. You've had some famous people in the audience.
That's right. We had Jesse Eisenberg. We had the guy from Pandora, from Avatar.
Oh, wow.
The villain from Avatar.
Oh, the big bad guy. Yeah. He's so bad.
What else did we have? Do you remember anyone?
Jesse Eisenberg was the one I really was thinking of because he's touring the podcast world too right now, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool that he was somehow in town shooting something and came by, and it's an amazing thing.
I think I could probably get him on.
Yeah, see if you can get him in the pod. Joe's Java Jive.
Yeah, I'll be like, have you heard of Joe's Java Jive? And they're like, yeah. And I'll be like,
yeah.
You know who I am, right? I'm like, yes.
Like, he knows you. He's like, you were an incredible cow pooping at Arm of the Sea.
Right. I wasn't a musician yet. I was just a lowly poop shover.
Yep. Things were looking up though for you this year. You are always busy, and you also are doing some amazing stuff with kids. You started the Funny Kid comedy class, which I've been a huge supporter of, you carrying on the same gifts that you and I love to experiment and perform, and bringing it to those who need it most, the children of the future.
Bring it to the children, 'cause they got to be free. Bring it to the children,
yeah. Because they need it to be funny.
They got a lot of problems. AI and war. Bring it to the children.
Ooh.
Bring it there. Yes. So Funny Kid Comedy Class, and me and Joe have done some workshops for the kiddos out there, just trying to get them loose, and discovering like, wow, like I have the power, the creative power to imagine anything and communicate to an audience and tell a story to an audience. Like, it's pretty powerful stuff.
They have the power, and a lot of kids these days, they are not even used to really using their voice and communicating, and it's so fun.
It's all this.
So it is all this these days.
Like, hello. No.
There's real people here, and they want to hear your voice.
And not at the dinner table, okay? Please don't use it at the dinner table.
Yes, but you can use improv at the dinner table. That's what it's made for.
Yeah.
Replace your cell phone with real dialogue.
People might not accept with you at the dinner table for doing improv, they might get annoyed.
They might say no, but the
They
key
might
is yes and. They
key is
might.
yes and. That's the first rule we always teach people. How do we agree?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm doing that, and the kids, yeah, they teach me. It's not a hierarchical thing. It's like I have a plan. I go in there with a plan, and then they're like, no. And I'm like, we want to do this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They could teach me, and I just know a little bit about how to structure things.
Yeah, not more than a little bit. You're really good at this stuff. And as someone who's worked with you and performed with you, it's always cool. You never know what you're going to bring, but what you do know is you're going to have a lot of energy and so many fun characters and voices. And I know Serena loves you so much. She always gets a kick out of you and says, "Oh my gosh, he is so funny." And we're always just laughing. And beyond the screen and the stage and in real life, you're hysterical. So I'm sure these kids have a ball. But with all of your experience when it comes to making things and sets, I've gotten to see what you've done independently with these kids. And I think I really recorded one of your shows a couple of years ago, and Dagan was on the piano, and you had all of these combination of pre-made sketches that had a lot in there and the improv, and you did a phenomenal job. It was so unique.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it means a lot. Yeah, Serena is invited to every one of my shows. She's
got the biggest laugh.
Yeah. You're there too. She's a little louder though.
She's louder or uncontrollable. She's got kind of a SpongeBob laugh that is contagious.
Yeah, right. It's about laughs per
second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's a huge fan. And yeah, these shows that you do with kids showing their parents what they worked on, but a lot of these kids, they ready for SNL after one of your class. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're funnier than most of the people on SNL.
Yeah.
Their energy. I think it's also right before that age when they start to get a little self-conscious, maybe a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see. It's how when no one's judging each other because they don't have the hormones to do that, I guess, yet.
Yeah.
How much possibility there is for fun.
Get them in the improv quick before they start putting up all the walls that they'll have to break down years later.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. They're so imaginative. I'm reminded of hearing Wendy McLendon Covey, who's also on the list of people on this podcast. She talked a lot about this and why kids are fun with. Do you remember when we did that and actually had the great Wendy on in a happenstancery practice?
Reno 911, baby. Yeah.
Improv legend. And now she's got a show, The Goldbergs, and this hospital show made by the same people who made The Office, Saint Denis or something. It's really good.
Oh wow, I gotta check that out. It's funny.
Check it out. It's so funny. It's called Saint Denis Medical, and it's a sitcom, and she is like the Michael Scott of it, leading this hospital.
Oh, she's leading. Wow.
Yeah, she's the manager of the hospital. And there's everything going wrong, and there's such great personalities in the show. But that was really one of the coolest things ever, getting to bring somebody like her in and talk to folks here. And I'm trying to do more of that. So it's, someone like you now is the same thing, getting your resources and advice and ideas in the history here for generations to come. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, this is going to be a good pod. Yeah, this is going to be one of the top pod. If you can pay for it to be higher on the.
I will. This will be right when they say Joe's Java Jive. It'll be this.
Maclain Maier, then Wendy, then
then Dagan. Yeah, in that order. And the director of the movie where I met Wendy, I got him on here too. The director of Paint, Britt McAdams. It's been a cool journey. Yeah, it's but really, it's finding what the juice of it is. So give us some juicy information. What would you give advice to someone or to some of these kids maybe We'll start just with improv. How to loosen up and find your funny.
Juice. Okay, where's the juice at?
Yeah, I'm gonna have an
Where's
orange while I answer this. Juice myself.
Do some ASMR. Well, I mean, how to get loose? Yeah, because like my whole thing is like how to, like I know I'm so funny in my room alone, so how to get that out in public.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's different games that can tap into different parts of yourself. Like one that we did is like is ask, what's the celebrity one where
Ask an expert.
Ask an expert. Yeah. Which just lets you like assume a caricature, a personality that just a quick sketch of a character, like I like, or I think I did the guy that did he likes dust bunnies, he really likes dust lint, he really likes making things out of lint, and so I make lint figurines. And so see how I just did that?
Yeah, that was so good. The
So
voice
it's like,
is great.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, character baseball is another one that lets you create characters really quick. I guess, yeah, I'm very into like characters and like assuming a voice and getting in a character's head and getting very specific with your character. I always find specificity very funny when someone says making dust lint figurines. Like, oh, okay, figurines. That's specific. It's a specific word.
Yeah, zooming in is always funny. And
yeah,
these characters, you've played so many great characters over the years. Suzanne, one of my favorites.
Yeah, Suzanne. With two E's.
With two E's.
Two E's. I have not played her in a while, but
she's in there.
She's in the bone. She has to be unlocked. She is not just. You have to draw her out. You have to draw her out, as you can see.
Yeah, you have to bring her out, and we've done it on occasion. I think the best one we've ever done was when we did our Stephen Colbert. She was the host of the Edgies, the fashion award show. One of our best things. We got
featured on Stephen Colbert, I think.
Yeah,
because of that.
He had named New Pulse's radio station The Edge on his show, and we said, you know what? For fashion advice, go to The Edge on New Pulse. And we're like, get your fashion advice from a radio show. So we did our take on that, and this right near the Met Gala, so many great costumes.
So that was his joke, was like, get your fashion advice from The Edge and New Pulse College.
Yes, from something else that was like, yeah, somebody else is getting advice from a radio station, and he was like, oh yeah, because that's what you really go when I need fashion advice. I go to SUNY New Pulse, The Edge. So we worked with
Stephen Colbert.
We're gonna give you a makeover.
We're gonna give you a makeover. Suzanne's coming for you, Stephen.
Yes, and you played the Karen. Suzanne played a Karen in that, which was great. We had the right wig. We always quote you on that. Get out of my face! Out of my face!
Out of my face!
Great time.
Oh, right.
This was a wild night. I had like a Eat the Rich take on AOC, who wore a dress that said something like that.
Yeah, Eat the Rich. Yeah,
hers said something different. Tax the rich, maybe. But I went the zombie approach.
Yeah.
We had some fun with that, and these characters are everything. So loosening up, you find your character. You go through these games and get yourself in the zone.
World's worst. Yeah. You just gotta like be able to trust the people around you too. Like, if it's like me and you and Graham, people who have like, I remember there was a period where it was like just us, kind of like the improv group had like shrunk, or like people weren't consistent as us. And so I feel like some of the best stuff we were able to come up with was just us, because we were really just able to, we knew where our strengths and weaknesses were, and we were starting to kind of get telepathic,
Yeah,
which
we
is
finished each other's
food.
sentences.
Yeah, all right.
Food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
we haven't practiced in a while.
each other's takeout. So yes.
It was so good though. Yeah, there's these little fractions that come out of it. You find people you like to work with and who you know have a chemistry, and it was always a blessing after a while. And to this day, I'm still doing these open improv things and little groups and fractions of people who are like, "Oh yeah, we're coming every week," or we're going to go to this show. It starts to get a core group of people who've done it a lot. And like anything, like a sports team, you start to know, oh, I know exactly where you're going to be, and I'm going to throw it to you right at the right time. It's great.
Yeah. So that's if you are in a group. Yeah, like how to get loose in a group. If you're just doing solo stuff, which I'm trying to get more into stand up now.
Yeah, me too.
I want to do some more stand up. Scarier.
Oh yeah, it is scary.
Yeah, I know you've gone out with Mr. Dagan. You guys are prowling around like
I just did a set last night, and I think with the night of that we're recording this, I'm gonna do one I think in Kingston at this place, Night Swim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's an open mic tonight at 8:00. So when we're done with this, I'm gonna do some organizing. I'm trying to get 27 stand-ups done while I'm 27 years old, and I'm at like 23, 24 right now.
When's your birthday?
January 27th.
Okay, you're on track.
I'm right on track. And after tonight, yeah, I looked back at it and my number one was like before I even turned 27. So I'm kind of like, fuck, I got to recount.
So you gotta put in.
I gotta do like 30 really. So it's pushing me, and I've done like a different set every time because I think you might be like me where you really want it to be organic and original to that moment, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to middle ground it, whereas like I would like to have stuff I can fall back on. Like I don't want it all to be improvised
every time.
Yeah. But how is that going? How is it going?
It's been great. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying different things. I've tried serious topics. I've tried truthful stories, and then last night I tried something that was totally false, a story about getting abducted by Barney from a drone in New Jersey, and having him tell me I needed to audition to be Santa Claus.
And how did that go over?
That was a new thing for me. It was really fun. You talked about getting specific, and I was like thinking of what I did. The details were funny, and telling a fake story that is completely false and just giving really juicy details.
Yeah.
I'm eager and excited about doing more of that, and then playing all the different characters in the piece, in the set.
Oh yeah. I basically want to be like a one-man improv group where I just like do the whole scene myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very cool. You did something like that when we did our first Way Out variety show.
Yeah.
First and last at the Muse. It was a
short-lived
one. Yeah, that was crazy.
Drama.
It was wild. Drama. There was a little bit graphic nature that night. Thanks a lot, Tiger Boy.
There was a pyro. Yeah.
There was a pyro incident. A guy smoked a joint in the space.
And these were like some women who had just come into this space, and they just wanted I think they pictured like stone healing and maybe some Kundalini yoga going on, but we had a juggler duo who was smoking weed
and dropping things. They weren't even,
it was quite
that was an interesting one. We're going to be doing another one, I think, on February 28th, the last day of February in New Paltz at the Way Out variety show. We've been continuing it, but I'd love for you to come back. You did the human trailer. Which was so fun. Perfect kind of format for you.
Yeah, human trailer. Yeah, I love trailers, and I love just like making noises with my mouth. And so that was just like, what if I just acted out a trailer to a fictitious movie?
Yeah, and did the sound effects and the slow motion. And the narration
Yeah.
is so good.
This summer, call 911 for call 912
For
Help me
the
out.
for the puppy police.
that
Trying to think of a tagline.
I'm trying. This is it.
Who
Puppy
let-
police.
who let the dogs out this summer? Who let the dog's children out?
Hey, where are you?
Skippy!
Whoa!
The Pound Man's here. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, and then military. I've been using this as a Kleenex.
Paramilitary dog. Rambo. First blood.
Blood pouring. Takes the tongue out. Snips it off. Whipping him.
Great whip sounds. Oh my god. So that's great. Yeah, you don't need much more. I love the little explanations of what I'm doing. Blood pouring, tongue
Yeah.
cut out and removed.
Yeah. Like little footnotes, like just in case.
Just in case you don't know where my head is at. Oh my god. Oh, that's so great. So this is all an evolving thing. I've seen you do the incredible I don't want to give away all your bits here, but your Arnold Schwarzenegger walk-in night.
Yeah, you're going to eat. You're going to finish that.
Yes. No, you can have it if you want. I'm not very hungry. You're so beautiful.
You did a whole sketch at this community center night that, yeah, you had Walken and Schwarzenegger talking. It was so
Like,
good.
what if Walken and Schwarzenegger were gay and in love with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the world would be a better place?
It was a wild idea. It was wild.
Did you ever do that again? Just the one time.
No, never did.
Never did.
Yeah, well, it's incredible. You've got so many, I think, ways and art forms and things that you do that it must be hard to, zero in on just one and do it often. That's what must be. How do you juggle being a Mac of many trades?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get better at that because, you don't get very far if you just keep getting distracted with like wanting to do da-da-da-da and the hoobity he and the hubbity he. So right now I'm trying to focus on comic books right now.
Really? Oh, you're a great illustrator. You're working on a comic book?
Working on a comic book about a cursed fencer who has a demonic arm, and he's got his crew with him, which is a tortured bird, and Lump, which is a disfigured wrestler, and they are trying to go to Satan or to hell to get his arm back.
Wow. Making a deal with the devil.
Making a deal with the devil, baby. And it's just very small drawings of like, I love like video game screenshots, like Worms World Party, Mario, just like side scroller platformers. And
here's what's next. Here, similar world, but new things are showing up.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to do a comic book like that. It's basically like a bunch of screenshots.
That's so cool. Oh man, I want to see what this is developing out as. Please keep us updated on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. And are you doing it all on digital?
No,
I'm sketch it first.
Sketch it and then I scan it in and color it.
Wow. Coloring digital, but sketching it.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And this is something you're gonna hopefully release online or.
Oh yeah, Maclain Maier Instagram. I'll throw my handle there.
Yeah, we'll have a whole in the description of this episode, folks. You can get links to all of Mac's social media accounts and fun stuff,
Link me.
including if you know any funny kids. There is a new thing happening in the earlier part of 2025. Is that right? This looks really cool.
Yes. We just dropped Mythmakers, a journey through myths. It's basically a
Greek myths,
Greek myths. But who knows? Yeah,
maybe other myths.
primarily Greek myths, primarily Greek myths. But it's like taking stories that have existed for millennia and combining them and empowering the kids to kind of bring these myths to life and maybe remix them and build sets, maybe do a little puppetry, little basic puppetry. And that's happening January 8th, I believe, is the first class for 10 to 3, 7 weeks, every Monday. I don't know. No, Wednesday. Every Wednesday. And you can find that on my Instagram too if you want to sign your kiddo up. I think it just might be for homeschoolers, unfortunately, because I think I don't know if it lines up with winter break. I don't even know.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah,
but it's during the daytime.
Yeah,
school hours.
10 to 3. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that is something so exciting. I know kids who are homeschooled who are probably going to just love that. And you're making devised theater with kids and bringing all of your powers and things into one. That's awesome, Mac.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
I love it.
Children's, man.
Do it for the children, man.
You gotta do it for the fucking children, man.
We gotta.
Already been cursing and but I don't do that in front of the children. Okay,
no.
You got your different spheres.
This is a different sphere than that. Okay, children's sphere, adults who are signing up to children's sphere.
Right.
I tell you guys, I can't advocate for Mac enough and have him do this stuff. Check us out every year. We do this little Kingston workshop. That is a lot of fun. Expo. The Mad Expo every year. But it's always fun. I want to get together with you more and do this kind of stuff. You're always welcome to join us and do some improv anytime.
Oh yeah, man.
It's awesome working with you on this stuff. And it sounds like your winters. What other things are you up to besides the kids and the comic book? Is there a couple other things on your docket?
Kids, comic book. I got to learn the ukulele.
Oh,
because for Arm of the Sea, Helen, my lovely assistant, my lovely co-musician will be going on to brighter things. So I have to learn some instruments. So if you're a musician and you want to help me out, you can come be a musician for Arm of the Sea. Maybe you'd be interested in that.
I am interested. Yeah, I play ukulele.
Right. Maybe I don't even need to learn.
Maybe just give me a job here. No, that's so cool, man. I've been really looking at it because it's a cool place, and artists giving artists jobs and roles that you can excel at. I remember you first, got this job, and you're like, yeah, I'm really having to push myself and learning, how to read music more and doing things. Yeah. You've come a long way. It sounds like you got through the season.
Got through, yeah, got through, man. But winter, I don't think I have anything else. Well, I'm traveling, going to Vietnam.
Really? What? You got drafted?
Yeah, they're a little late, but I still gotta go.
Man, no, that's a bad joke. You're going to South?
Where's Hanoi?
You're going to Hanoi?
Hanoi, yeah.
Hanoi. Very cool. Hanoi. Oh, that's so awesome. I love that. And you're going to be there for a couple of weeks, or?
No, just 10 days.
10 days in Vietnam.
Yeah. Like 20-hour flight or something crazy.
Solo journey?
No, I'm meeting a lady over there. Meeting a gal.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah.
Someone who lives there,
No, someone who I met here.
and you're gonna
Lucy,
meet
Lucy is
up
her
in
name. Yeah.
Vietnam.
She's doing a 9-month
Wow.
9-month travel thing.
Journey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Southeast Asia. So
Wow, I want to see more of the world. I saw a little video recently where they like drew somebody. If you draw a Sharpie around ants, they will stay in place.
oh
Like,
yeah.
they won't cross it. And it
Yeah.
was like crazy that these imaginary lines keep
Mm.
these beings in the same place. And then it was like faded out and it showed like the US and all of the different cities and states and then the countries around the world that I have yet to see. Sucks.
Break out of your Sharpie circle, you ants.
You stupid ant, get out of America.
What is this? A circle for ants?
A center for ants. Yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah.
I'm going to Italy though someday.
Oh. Okay.
Next
Yeah.
year. I think I have a real thing and it's gonna fall into place. So this is it's so good to know that you're traveling and you do some cool things. You're always taking in whatever the universe has. So for fellow creatives who are looking, are you open to acting in films and plays and all that kind of stuff?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. If it's not too much, if it's exciting and it's not too big of a commitment for something, the things have to be, right. But
It has to fit.
It's
It has
gotta
to fit
fit.
in the puzzle. But this winter, it's a good time to get Mac involved in doing something. We got to have some fun and get a little project together. But
Yeah.
you've enjoyed your time, and as a happenstancery alumni, how do you see all of that part of your history? How does it factor into where you are now?
It was kind of like a detour that
Yeah, you got off the highway for a bit.
yeah, it was kind of like a distraction.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was kind of foundational to my performance life. I see it as that. I'm talking like Yoda now. See it, yeah. Yeah, I just think, the play came from that, hanging out with Dagan came from that, meeting you and doing our projects, doing workshop for the kids came from that. So, yeah, it was just a really welcoming space to just play and experiment in a very judgment-free zone and also like build up my live performance chops. Like we got out there in front of people, and did some wacky stuff. Didn't always work, but when it did, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a pinnacle. I think one of our high points was around your birthday. We got to go to my hometown.
Oh yeah.
The L, big, huge arena with real lights and music and a stage. And we, Mac, I, and Graham and Tara all went out there to my hometown and got to stay over. That was a blast. I think that was a real great way to put it together. Pudgy's Pizza, first thing you think of.
Pudgy's Pizza. I want that stuff. It was like eating, a mattress that tastes good.
Oh, fluffy cloud of pizza in Elmira, New York, for those local listeners. Endorsed by Mac. Maybe I'll bring you home some when I go for the holidays. I'll get freeze one or something.
Yeah.
It's so good. You loved it. Yeah, it's Elmira was fun, and that place was like a outlaw kind of spot. It doesn't exist anymore.
It's weird. Is it no more? Right?
It's no more, but got kicked out of the town for being too loud and not adhering to their church license and permit. But we had a pretty full crowd that came together somehow, and costumes and a stage in the back, and put together like a full hour-long thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so nervous before. I always get nauseous before these shows. Never goes away. But that's just because my body knows it's important.
Might have been all the Pudgy's Pizza you ate.
Yeah. No, I took care of that before. But yeah, that was a great show. Yeah, having a big audience is great, and there's nothing like a bunch of people laughing at you when you want them to.
Yeah, you played a cat so beautifully that night, and
Yeah, that was
many different characters.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it all
You
came
played
together. We involved,
motivational speaker.
yeah, getting the audience involved and finding someone in the audience with a dream or a
Oh
coincidence
yeah,
or something we tapped into.
right.
Just one of those shows, and getting to have some families see what we do. You're part of the dream team of
Yeah.
happenstancery history here. So
Sorry, I'm yawning. So disrespectful.
no, we're getting to that part of the story where we're yawning and smiling. I think we'll both fall asleep and dream about our futures.
But now I thank you for creating that space, because that was
I wouldn't be who I am today without happenstance array.
Oh, that's the soundbite I needed for the documentaries that will come out someday. I wouldn't be who I am today if not for happenstance array.
I can say it again.
Yeah, maybe say it again and stay right in the center of the camera here.
I wouldn't be who I am today without happenstance array.
Wow. And you're the only one who calls it happenstance array.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than cest, I guess.
Yes. Oh yeah,
It's
that's supposed to be a secret elite
splinter.
show team.
Splinter group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret
That's
elite
great.
show team. Yeah, cest.
Zesty.
Are you incest? Yeah, I am.
That was great. I am incest, but I do not. We're not allowed to talk about that. That is a secret.
Right.
It's like Fight Club. Yeah, those were good times. Graham Anderson, the Madam Anderson on Instagram, an incredible performer. They're doing well now and working on shows in New York and Rockefeller
really?
Center, and
Huh.
getting into stage lighting and all this great stuff.
Oh, wow. Better than Air Force. I think that's much better.
Yes, much better path for them. We hope to have Graham on the show someday, and Caitlin and the Siren Theater stuff. It's just so amazing to see how all the amazing things that you're involved in, and I hope we can really get together this winter and spring, and always support what you're doing. I love that you're getting into the Greek myths with these kids. It's going to be mythical.
It's going to be absolutely it's going to be absolutely mythical. I don't think I can top that one.
Oh my God. I'm so excited for you and all that you've done. And you're a musician too? You jam?
I jam out, yeah.
You're a great drummer.
Drummer, yeah. I like to drum, sing, piano. We just actually won. Hold on. I'm going to get the trophy we just won.
What? We've got a real winner here, folks, and they're going to grab. It's a major award. Fragile.
All right. So we did a filthy song night in Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Whoa.
And it's at this bar called Jalopy or something. They do this every year. They're doing it for 10 years. And so me and my roommate Helen and Raquel came up with a filthy song. I don't know how much we can say. It's called Tan. It's about tan. I'll just let you try to figure that out. But this is the trophy we got.
Whoa. Balls inside. What does it say?
It's Best in Ho. A filthy song.
That is incredible. Oh, congratulations. That's going on the resume.
Yeah. I think so.
A filthy, filthy show and a filthy song.
Dirty boy.
Yeah, man, I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you sometime.
Yeah, we're going to have to go tanning and listen to it in the tanning salon.
Yeah, that's close, but
nothing to do with it.
No, actually, it's the color. It's just the color.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I have to go. Maybe we can send me the MP4 and it can play out the podcast.
Yeah. Sure.
I'd be happy with that, and including maybe some of my my Santa Claus stand-up that I was talking about. You are a talented young man, and I was excited. I was thinking about our drum circle that we had up at your property. That's one other thing I want to thank you for, is bringing me
Yeah.
to that place. What was
That
that all
was-
about? Night like?
Yeah, what was that night like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why did we do that again? Was it just like the first year? It was
It's like the first time ever hanging out outside of improv for a lot of the people, including
Yeah.
Graham and you.
yeah, we had that was like the original cast or something.
Taylor, yeah, the season
Yeah.
1 group.
Season 1, yeah. And we all went to Ellenville, New York, where I was living on 160 acres of beautiful land.
It was such a beautiful spot.
Yeah, that was where I spent my pandemic. Had a great pandemic.
Great.
It's great. And we lit a bonfire and we drummed and we were, just kind of getting to know each other outside of this wacky herald structure that we call improv.
It was so nice to step out of that and to see you in that element and drum and meet your housemates. And I fell in love with the space. And you.
Right. Yes.
And I ended up using that home for the backdrop of Mr. Found's house, Mr. Lost's house in the Lost and Found movie, which if you listen to our Norm Magnuson episode, you can get the full story of that. But thank you for introducing me to Poppy and her amazing house.
Poppy. Yes. And you saved her life, actually. Which was great.
I did. She fell and slipped on the ice while we were shooting at her house, and we had to get her to the hospital. And thank God we were there. She broke her hip.
Femur or something.
Terrible. But I think she's doing much better now and healed up. And
she's doing karate kicks now.
New trailer. Poppy's Karate.
Poppy's Karate. Poppy.
Well, up and down goes the ball sack, and we are just so thankful to have you on the podcast here, Mac. Thanks for being on this episode. Do you have any other last thoughts you'd like to say and advice to any artists out there?
Keep going for your life. Keep being who you are.
I just appreciate you, Joe, and how you've been such a connector, and bringing people together. It's your gift, it's your calling, and it's an honor to be on your pod. And hopefully this is helpful to some folks out there. So a lot of gems, I think we dropped a lot. Probably
we got into it. There was a lot of moments that that were highlights, and I think really you are an example to anybody that you don't have to just pick one art form. Like, go at it, try everything.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll all congeal. I'm really hoping they're all congeal.
Yeah, you're congealing, man. I feel it. I see it.
I'm congealing.
I'm feeling the congealing.
I'm feeling the congeal, man.
It's real
this whole time.
And now our closing puppet show with this creature from the beginning.
And I'm going to give you a little kiss.
Oh, and that's the show, baby.
Thank you for watching Joe's Java Jive. Do you have any instruments near you to play us out?
Yeah.
Here we go. Thank you for listening to another episode. I hope you had a good time. Yes, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I'd like Mac to close out the show.
Won't you listen to my story? Ooh. I am Joe's Java Jive. I am very sorry. Ooh. Because I wish I could play a little better on my guitar.
You smell
charge of a jive. Oh, here we go.
And he's shaking an instrument, making that instrument. Rin, din, din, Merry Christmas, Joe.
Merry Christmas, Matt, and Merry Christmas to all the folks out there.
We love you.
And we love you. Have a great, happy new year. And don't mess up. Are you jolly? I'm here to make you all jolly, okay? Bet you never seen anybody hold a microphone like this, right? I might even just pinky up today. Welcome to the Christmas hour. I have a really crazy story to tell you guys. Very insane. But before we get to the meat of the thing, I want to pay tribute to a New Paltz legend. This guy on my shirt, if you've never heard about him, Ludwig Montesa. Okay, I made a documentary about this guy called Ludwig Love. And he was roaming these streets long before you, and his parents owned Kontiki. And I found this shirt in Kontiki and said, who is this guy? And heard about him and said, I want to make a movie about him because he's a legend. There's a few of them. Santa Claus, this, Ludwig Love, Dagan, these people in the world, we have characters who mean something, and Ludwig gave everybody 5 minutes of his time, loved to speak to people, and they called him the king of open mic. Okay? So you knew some Celine Dion was coming out of this guy. My Heart Will Go On, he sang, he got at the piano and would go around Bacchus and Snugs and everywhere. And he was such an amazing figure until he died in his early 30s. So he's kind of a New Paltz hero. So let's just all give a big hoorah for Ludwig. Hoorah! All right, thank you so much. Now we'll get to my crazy story. I don't think you guys are ready. I don't know if you even, I really shouldn't tell you. It feels almost like this should just between me and God, but I think I'll let you know. Do you want to hear it? Yeah. Are you sure?
Hell yeah!
There's no going back. It might change the whole fabric of your humanity. So if you want to just carry on the way you have, take the blue pill, go to the bathroom, go get a cup of Joe. Are you ready for it? Here it is. Yeah, get out of here if you want to live in the simulation. Okay? So I was on my way after a nice weekend to a Hanukkah party. I was born Catholic, okay, but like Lebanese Syrian Catholic, like from that part of the world, deep roots. But now I'm dating a Jewish girl. Crazy, right? Weird world that we live in. And I'm on my way to a Hanukkah party. You guys know what they eat at a Hanukkah party, right? Potatoes, latkes. I like it a latke. Thank you very much. And bagels and lox. And it was so much fun. I was on my way home. As soon as we got in the car, passed out, falling asleep. Here's where the story gets interesting. Okay? Are you ready for everything to change? We're driving through the New Jersey Turnpike. All right? I'm on my way. I'm counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike. And next thing you know, I look up. I'm actually falling asleep. Okay? I'm kind of in a trance, but I'm also partly looking out the window because I've been hearing there's bright lights in the sky. I don't know about you. I want to connect with them. I want to be one-on-one with the aliens. Send me in first. I'll just say, here's who we are as people. And so I've been trying to connect with the great beyond, right? Next thing you know, they're in the front seat talking. I'm in a trance. I'm all of a sudden feeling myself flying through the car. My eyes are closed. My body leaves the car. and is abducted by aliens. I'm not kidding you guys. You think I wanted to tell this story tonight? I was abducted by aliens, and I don't know what's going on. I'm inside of a floating disco ball, kind of looks like that. I'm freaking out. There's ABBA on for some reason. There's no carpets, it's grass. It smells like soup. Someone's making a great soup in there. They say it's you, it's him, you're auditioning. What? This was what I've been dreaming of. Let me be the spokesperson. I'm auditioning. You have to go in and see the boss. Okay? All right, let me go. Meanwhile, I'm still in the car traveling down, right? Eyes are closed. Next thing I know, I open the door. And they say, Jolly Joe Jester, you're up next. And I said, can I have some of this soup? It smells really good. Afterwards, and then we'll kick you back to your body. As I open the door, I hear, and there's a purple giant dinosaur about my size, purple arms, and he's looking at me and he goes, I love you, you love me, let's all make a great big family with a kiss and a hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? And he's coming closer to me and I'm kind of freaking out, right? I'm like, is this Barney? It seems like Barney. It's got all the signs, but there's different. One eye. Cyclops Barney. One eye, he's staring at me, and I think he wants me to hug him. Small arms. I go in for it. I kind of tighten mine up too. And we have a little moment together. And my hand started turning purple. Okay? I don't know what's going on. I say, what's going on? Then it starts turning red. And he says, you've passed. Do you want to be the next Santa Claus? And I said, whoa, what do you mean? Santa Claus? Why should I be the next Santa Claus? And they say, look at you. You know you were auditioning for this. You're gaining weight. You got the beard. You're going gray 1 year at a time. You love cookies. You love giving gifts. You love squeezing down people's chimneys when they're asleep. You should do it. You should be the guy. Jolly Joe Jester. New Santa Claus. The only thing is you can't tell anyone about this. So you see, my decision was, I'm sorry. Barney, I love you. And I know you love me. And I want to make a great big family. But I don't have it in me. I can't do it. And he said, all right, we'll just have to keep sending out these freaking drones to do it a couple of weeks early. Dropping shit in that we don't have the power to see. And he said, I am an interplanetary, multi-dimensional being. Okay? And I'm here visiting you in the car so that you can pop into every home through the fireplace, metaphorically, and give them the gift of love. And I said, Barney, hold the fuck up. Okay? Stop right there. Are you telling me that this is something I can do even if I don't accept the position? And he said, every person has the power to do this. Each one of you could be a Mr. or a Mrs. Claus, or maybe a non-binary Claus. It doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is you give your gift to the world. And if it starts here at Gunk's Gaming Guild, we're all going to start turning purple, guys. I'm telling you, it will change the world, but it starts here, and it starts with giving me a big round of applause. Thank you. I love you, and you love me. But really, the main message here is that the aliens are not here to hurt us. They're here to help us. Welcome them. Don't be scared. And when the shit hits the fan, remember that song and treat your neighbors with love, because we are all part of one big family. Love you all. Yeah. Peace.
All right. Count us off there, Stan.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In this Christmas season, so known for joy and cheer,
suffering and loneliness throughout the year. So I do what I can for my community. I make 10 chocolates for everybody. The whole Clinton neighborhood rejoices in my tradition, lining up at my doorstep on December 1st. I make them using my very special tan recipe. Just my humble gift of tan. Tan.
You have such a big heart. And this flavor's interesting. Say, what exactly is in your special tan recipe?
Well, I've never told anybody, but tan is tan. It's poop and cum. It's poop and cum. 'Cause I'm a tan man. Cause I'm the tan man. Let me share the recipe. It all comes out of me. One man operation tan factory. Step into my kitchen bay. This is where the tan gets made. Hand me an apron, 'cause things might get stained. First I pull my pants down, then I shit my brains out. The brown can't be runny, let the chocolates, they taste funny. Then I take my flashlight, pump until I make white. Shooting thick ropes of cum, the tan is almost done. Blend into a smooth paste, give it one last taste. Roll it in a ball and coat with chocolate shell. If you don't like it, then you belong in hell.
Wait, are you saying that I just ate your fecal matter and ejaculate? That's disgusting!
I thought it would be different. I thought you'd understand. Now you're looking distant, judging me in my turn. Sandra, you don't understand. Tan is an ancient healing technology. It was used by the hunter-gatherers for herd immunity and fertility. It cures cancer. That's why they're trying to keep it secret, Sandra. And it's keto.
I didn't know it was keto. That's kind of amazing.
Yes! You're starting to get it now. You are starting to see I made this time. Oh, but it's not just for me. This is for the children and the elderly. This is for the future. Come on, and the brave and the free. This is how we fight for equality.
That is so inspiring. I'm sorry I judged you, Stan. I can see now that you're carrying the great burden of responsibility on your shoulders.
Thank you for believing in me, Sandra. But now I have to go back to the path
There's so many people out there who need Sam. But before I go, Sandra, remember me. And remember this.
Ah.